Anyway, this is the first video on the playlist of Umamusume videos I found. This is the one that everybody watched already, I think. This is Haru Urara, the underdog of Umamusume.
Umamusume is a game about drive, determination, and the ability to not quit even after you've failed countless times.
That's
Training your favorite
true.
Uma is no easy feat, and the pursuit to rank higher and higher is a never-ending cycle of risk and reward. I've dropped
Weak
way
sauce.
too many hours into this
Weak
game at this
sauce.
point, and still find myself determined each and every time I
rush
run
hour.
to hit a goal that I have set in mind. Even when I'm doing something monotonous like farming for good parent stats, I still try to make a run as smooth as I can. While racing other Umas that I had obtained, there was one that stood out to me in particular. And no, it's not Bakushin.
It
She
should
is
be
a speed
Bakushin.
bot and literally easy as hell to train.
She is.
I'm talking about Haru Urara, the bright-eyed, pint-sized Uma with a heart of gold and a dream. In the anime, she's a friend of our main protagonist, Special Week, and a determined Uma despite her bubbly exterior. Actually, speaking of which, I've been playing Uma religiously, but normally games draw me in with their story-based content. Surely a game about racing horse girls can't have that much lore, right? That's initially what I thought. But oh boy, was I wrong about that. Each and every Uma are based on real Japanese racehorses. Even the rights to the names of these horses paired with their respective characters had to be obtained from their rightful owners. Haru Urara is a
Licensing
racehorse
hell.
that is still alive today,
Yeah,
and his
she's still
story is
alive.
one
Isn't that
clearly
cute?
reflected in our game. Haru Urara, the actual racehorse, debuted on November 17th, 1998 at the Koshi racetrack.
1998?
Like all debuts, this one was also met with anticipation for the
What?
horse's performance.
She's
In
that
this
old?
race, Urara would place 5th and dead last, a display of potential only to be brought down with an unrelenting loss.
How long
For
can
most,
horses
this would
live?
be seen as a comeback story, one where Urara rises to the top, like they do in our game. But unfortunately, this would not be the case. Over the next 6 years, from 1998 to 2004, Haru Urara would suffer a total of 113 losses on the racetrack, a total record of 0-113. So, you may be asking yourself, why is an Uma named after a horse with such a terrible track record even in this game? Well, the answer to that actually lies in the training and races that you conduct with Urara in-game. When training any Uma, you're tasked with completing certain objectives in order to progress further. Some are placing in races, or sometimes even taking first place. Others are more simple tasks, like accumulating fans from placement or wins in races. For Urara, her final race before the Ura finale is the Arima Kinen.
I know.
However, unlike the other
Arima
Umas,
Kinen!
there's no requirement for
My
placement
hated.
whatsoever. In the game, you will more than likely place dead last in the race, ending 16th. Urara
This
is a dirt
scene is,
racer who
like,
specializes as a
cruel.
front runner in both sprint and
Cruel
mile-long
and
races.
unusual.
But this is a long-distance race on
Every
a
time
turf
I
track
race her, I'm
rather
like, why
than
do
a
I
dirt
have to
one.
see this?
Oh yeah, that's one more thing. For whatever ungodly reason, if you set her as a front runner, she just wins. I don't know why this is, but it's a little Easter egg in the game, I guess. This crushing defeat for Urara is devastating to her in the game. But in the end, she's happy to even have participated.
I know,
So
she's
I'm
so
sure it comes as a
cute.
shock when the next turn results in you entering the Ura finale series. In-game, she's able to participate not because of placement, but because of her devout following and overall popularity.
She's
This is a
just so
direct reflection of
popular.
real-life events once again.
It's
Although
like being an
Urara
idol.
never took home a victory on the track, this racehorse had one of the
She's
largest
so
fan bases of
cute.
their era.
Wait,
Remember
look
the
at her
Kochi
face.
racetrack I mentioned earlier? The one where Urara initially debuted? Well, this underdog attracted a surge of visitors to the track unlike anything people had witnessed before. 3,000 people gathered outside the racetrack for Urara's final race in 2004. It was such an overwhelming amount that the people who ran the track had to open it early to allow people in. In addition,
Literally like an
a
idol
total
concert, I
of
can't believe.
13,000 spectators also flocked to see Urara's final race in person. Fans not only loved this racehorse, but they believed in Urara's abilities firmly.
How?
A total sum of 121 million yen
Would
was
you
used to
bet
bet
on
in the
her? She's
favor of
never
Urara
won in
winning.
her life?
This wasn't anything new either. Fans of Urara would always gather and bet on him winning with a small chance that a miracle could happen. A tale of an underdog who never gave up fighting,
Oh my god,
despite
Hello
all
Kitty!
odds being stacked against them.
I would
The
also stand
embodiment
this
of this
horse.
endless persistence and dedication to perseverance is personified in a bubbly, energetic Uma who loves racing and gives every competition her all. I was already invested in Urara just by this little Easter egg, but reading more into the history of what inspired her only made me more dedicated to win. I swear to you, there is a fucking way to win the Arima Kinen, and I will make a goddamn video on it when I'm able to beat it. This little bean deserves the absolute world, and I hope this video encourages all of you to race her too. If I find any more interesting topics like this in Umamusume, I'll definitely make a small video about it in the future. If you have any Umas that you'd like me to cover, be sure to let me know.
There haven't been
I'd love to hear who your favorite Uma is, or which Uma has a rich history that I can dive into in the future. For now, it's back to the stables for me. I gotta keep grinding for good parent stats on the breed cap too, so wish me luck on that one. Thank you all for joining me, trainers, and as always, I'll see you all in the next one.
Right? Like, once we uncap everything, I think we could do it. I too want to make her win the Arima Kinen. I will make Urara shine. She deserves it. I think it's so funny that, like, she manages to race in this race. This, like, super popular, prestigious race just because of her sheer popularity alone. It really is just like idols. There's a bunch of idols that are very popular despite not being very talented. And, like, this I say objectively, right? Like, we can say what we like preference-wise. Oh, maybe you like someone's, like, singing tone, and maybe you like their smile and whatever, but we can just objectively say they're not as good as other people. But it doesn't matter. They can still be centers, and Urara is the center of everyone's heart. Advanced eugenics, not get her to suck on a long, yeah, a long in a turf. She's got like a what, a G or something on turf. She only is a dirt eater. It's so cute. Yeah, 113 races. She just kept racing. And this entire time, she was funded to go in all these races and lose people money. Isn't that great? Your lifelong, like, fan devotion to Urara is rewarded by losing your money each time you betted on her. Truly the most idol of all horses. Look at the real horse, Urara.
Hi. In this video, I will explain about the Japanese horse racing program.
You see a lot of videos just kind of like this.
Many of the Japanese races are difficult to understand because the names are in Japanese.
But I just really wanted to see
so I would like to explain each
horse
category. This time, local horse race. Most of the horse races in Japan that I show in my videos are sponsored by the Japan Central Racing Association. From now on, I will call it JRA. Apart from these, there are also horse
they have
races
an American
that are independently organized by local governments.
Oh, you think 4 times speed would be
Today,
easier?
There are 15 racetracks where races are held. Local horse races have lower prize money than JRA races. The highest prize money in JRA is 300 million yen for a first place finish in the Arima Kinen.
Wait, what? The Arima Kinen gives you 300 million yen? Wait, then what's the entry to race in this thing? It must be pretty expensive, right? Like, not just anybody can qualify. Oh my god. This is like the Olympics of horse racing or something in Japan. Whoa! Yeah, no wonder Urara wanted, but just because she wants, it doesn't mean she can. Yeah, I did hear that a lot of Japanese horse racing was inspired off of the US one, like the Triple Crown. I read something about how the Triple Crown came from like the Triple Crown from the US. They had like chose a couple of different prestigious races and then started grading them afterwards.
Kinen, while in local horse racing, the Tokyo Grand Prize is 80 million yen.
80 million?
I think this is partly due to the fact that of the race horses born in Japan, the ones with the best qualities tend to belong to JRA. And the horses that are not likely to do well in JRA races, in other words, the ones that don't fetch a high price as foals, tend to belong to local races. For these reasons, JRA races tend to attract stronger horses.
Do you know how much
there is an image that local horse racing is at a low level, but this is also partly true. That is why some horses that can no longer win at JRA races move to local races in search of a chance to win.
Gambling.
But on the other hand, there are times when top-class horses in low-level local races are transferred to JRA races to challenge themselves.
It's very,
some
very
famous
pricey.
cases are Agri Cap and High Seiko.
Agree.
Most of the local races have only dirt tracks. Local exchange grade races were established in 1995. At that time, Grade 1 races were also established, and both local horses and JRA horses are allowed to run in the exchange grade races. This has made it possible for horse racing fans to watch exciting races through dirt grade racing. However, sales of local horse races have never been better. Since around the 1990s, more and more local governments have abolished local horse races due to financial difficulties.
Financial difficulties?
Local horse races are usually held in areas with few people, so there are usually few spectators. Kochi horse racing was also being considered for discontinuation because sales were not good. It was around 2003.
I don't know.
There was one mare.
I feel like it's like baseball.
The mare hadn't won a single race since her debut. The horse's name was
It takes a
Haru Urara.
lot of room.
When she had lost 60 consecutive games since her debut, articles about her started appearing in the newspapers. And she kept
60.
losing more and more in a row.
60 was
Strangely
the
enough,
threshold
she was also featured on the national TV news and other media.
to get her
Gradually,
noticed.
people began to take notice of the mare Haru Urara and wanted to see her on the track. In December of 2003, she recorded her 100th consecutive loss after her debut.
100th
As many as
consecutive.
5,000 people came to the Kochi racecourse for this race.
5,000
And the ticket
people.
sales for this race exceeded 3 million yen. This was the highest amount in the history of Kochi horse racing. In March 2004, JRA's top jockey, Yutaka Takei, rode her in her 106th race. As many as 13,000 fans came to the Kochi racecourse that day.
It's
Everyone bought a
crazy how we
single
know
ticket
some
for
of these
Haru Urara,
horse,
and her ticket alone sold
these
over
horse,
120
like,
million yen.
race course
Total
names
ticket
because of
sales
this
for the day were
game.
more than 860 million yen, and Haru Urara's merchandise sales were more than 10 million yen. She ended up not winning until the end.
Her merchandise sales. Let's ignore the pricing you're losing. So not only are you betting money, real life money, on her winning despite her never winning, you're like going out and you're going to the fan booth. You're buying like you're buying Urara pen lights, you're buying Urara keychain charms, you're buying Urara, like, I don't know, what do they have? Do they have hoof stamps? I want a hoof stamp of her. Haru Urara! Like, are you enjoying the video? Hi, I'm Meimi, and this is Hattie. If you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing to my main channel. These clips are from live streams I do every week. Thank you. Signed goods! Oh my god, her clips of her hair. This is great. I know, I want her merch now. I want a Haru Urara keychain. This is great.
60 million yen, and Haru Urara's merchandise sales were more than 10 million yen. She ended up not winning until the end, retiring with 0 wins in 113 races. After she retired, Kochi horse racing once again fell into financial difficulties.
She was
However,
literally
recently, sales have been higher than when Haru Urara was running. And that's many times over.
Them.
They are trying to get horse racing fans to enjoy themselves through various appeals. And the fans are responding. Oops, I focused a little too much on Kochi horse racing. There were many requests for Haru Urara, so I introduced her here. It was a little difficult for me to make a video just about her. She didn't win a single race, but she did bring a lot of fans to the track,
I
which
know,
is great.
I want to learn more about her
I'd say
fans.
she's definitely a great horse. She is still
She's
alive
so
and living
cute,
the rest of her
though.
life. She is now
She's
25 years old.
25.
That's all for this time. If you want to know more about Japanese horse races, subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
She's so cute. Oh my god. I would be a fan of this horse too. Like, who cares about like the top runner horse or whatever? I want the horse that's wearing a pink Hello Kitty mask over there. What are these called? I guess they're just harnesses, but like, what is like the headwear that horses wear called? They're so cute. Wait, she got a first win as a retired horse race in 2019? She's still racing? No way. What? She won her first race? The luchador mask. Yeah. She had her birthday recently last week and turned 29. Oh my gosh, she's gonna be a hag next year. Horse hag. I didn't think horses live super long. I know specifically like horse racing horses don't live as long because like it's bad for their health, no? It's it pushes them a lot, so a lot of them are no longer with us because they had some sort of like injury related to racing. But I do know that like most of the time they're just like they are well pampered and treated well because they are like super top prestigious bloodline horses. So it is true that they are living like kings once they manage to retire. Horses can take fatal injuries. Yeah. So I'm glad that she's living very well. I saw that you could donate to her. I saw that you could donate ryegrass so that she can eat well. And that's crazy. She's just popular based on her name and the fact that she wears silly pink stuff. And then even the top jockey couldn't get her to win. R.I.P. R.I.P. her history of racing, but at least she's really the winner here. Getting pampered and showered in love and international acclaim for absolutely zero talent. All charisma. 100 in charisma, a 0 in speed. A lot of art with her in piles of ryegrass. That's so cute. That's true. She did try pretty hard. You can't say you're a quitter if you haven't lost 113 times. This is the story. This is the takeaway, okay? Like, Haru Urara went out there in front of the public and millions of yen were bet on her and she lost 113 times. Well, maybe she would win on that 114th. Which is what she did. She eventually did win one retired race. She has one win in her. She would be a successful VTubers, yeah. That's true. The true win condition in life is being able to be at peace. She just enjoys running. She's there for the love of the game, you know? Okay, so those are the only 2 Urara videos I show, I think. Oh, no, there's one more. There's one more. What's with this music? Despite never winning a race, trending Haru Urara. Haru Urara is a Japanese racehorse who never won a race. Finishing last in her debut in 1998 at Kochi racetrack. Okay, this is what we've learned so far. There's just more pictures. Easily recognizable due to her Hello Kitty pink head mask. Over the next 4.5 years, she raced regularly but was unable to win a single race. And then after her 80th consecutive loss, the story was picked up by the Japanese media, making Haru Urara a household name as the story spread across the nation. Oh my god, imagine winning, but people only know Urara. Japan was still in despair in the midst of a Great Depression, and the country had endured a period of time known as the Lost Decade. So most cities like Kochi were hit badly, with the race course looking likely to close. Wait, she's like Love Live! Oh my god! She's a galloping metaphor. Important to keep trying, the shining star of losers everywhere. She saved Kochi race course! Wait, I want this plushie! The Haru Urara boom! Losing betting tickets began to be used as good luck charms known as omamori. Omamori, she literally became a good fortune. March 22, 2004. The legendary Yutaka Take was gonna ride Haru Urara. Oh my god, the dirt tracks are rough. They're really rough. They really get beaten up. They waited in line for 5 hours to buy tickets. Fans bet a grand total of 121 million. 1 million USD. 10th out of 11th. She only beat one person. But she single-handedly kept Kochi race course afloat. Which is so funny. What the heck? Is that a horse bra? Okay, that's going too far. Japanese Prime Minister said, I'd like to see Haru Urara win even just once. The horse is a good example of not giving up in the face of defeat. 7 more times without winning. Where's her first win? Ending her yeah. This is just her career. What about her first win? Oh, but she's living a good life. Matha farm in Japan. You can go meet her. You can go meet her. I know Umamusume had to release guidelines about like, here's some proper ways to meet horses. So like you have to be respectful and get their permission and stuff like that. Before 2019, I see. This video was 5 years ago. I don't know. I don't know if I would be crazy enough to go and like meet the horses themselves. I think like a local horse is good enough for me. I want to try riding a horse now though. I really do. Maybe I will try locally. Don't flash the horse. No, not the Haru Urara bra. I want the plushie though. It's kind of cute. But like if you're a fan of the horse, shouldn't you, I don't know, wouldn't you get the Umamusume merch rather than the Haru Urara merch? But I guess Side Games does make plenty of money. Whereas like some of these horses are retired, so they're not like making money outside of merch. So it does feel like you're supporting the little underdog more that way. What do you mean maybe riding a pony? I can be a pony girl if I want. Just buy both. I think so fun. Urara is one of my favorites of the Umamusume just because she's so freaking cute. Like, when she wins for the first time, she's just so hype every time. She's like, like the way her, like, she trembles. It's adorable. I think it's so funny because the Japanese people that are like fans of the game are discovering that in the West, we're all fans of Urara. And they're like, aw. And they went back to like, you know, like, start maxing their Uraras too with their like 5 billion percentile like increase stats and like maxed her out and made her win the Arima Kinan. She's so cute though. Side Games donates money as well to different farms. Oh, that's good to know. No, Haru Urara. I hate that. Urabra. I hate that. That's horrible. How could you? How could you say that? I can't believe it. Flexing their power creep. I know. I hope we at least accelerate at a pace where we can reach that without like losing out on the extra days of money from our schedule. It's weird how this went crossing borders for every country. We just love the underdogs. What's wrong with liking the underdogs? You know, Special Week is boring. Special Week is already center. We want to see the little people win. I think that's very endemic in the West, especially the US. US loves dark horses. They love an underdog story. They love a Cinderella story. They tend to like less successful but more popular characters that don't really get when like their moment to shine as much. I see that a lot with like idol oshi behavior as well. I see Westerners liking the less popular girls rather than the centers very often, which, you know, fair. But I also usually acknowledge that the center is like a center because they tend to be very talented and deserve it. Exactly. Special Week already had an anime. We want Urara. We don't want Miss Main Character Genki Girl. We want Urara's moment in the sun. A game dude talked about he couldn't play this game because his grandpa owned and trained top racehorse. He can't loot the horses. Do not. The horse girls. Do not. Especially if you already know them in person. Oh, Grey Cap's a Cinderella story? Oh, Cinderella Grey story, lol. Well, that's only because she came from, like, the boonies.